So I was also going to show you some specific hip flexor strengthening stuff that we could do, Kim, as the groin and everything starts to feel better. In the beginning, it's more of just like doing rehab type holds rather than strengthening. So I'll show you what that would kind of look like first. Now, what we can do is we can be on the floor here, lying on our back. We can take our right leg that we're working on and bring it to about 90 degrees or so, Kim. What we're then going to do is utilize our two hands supporting each other on top of one another. We're going to slowly push into that femur, into that leg, as we were pushing it into the ground, and we're going to resist that and kind of resist it so that we're doing an isometric contraction, and we're going to hold it for anywhere between 8 to 15 seconds, depending on maybe how quickly you tire out or if the pain escalates too fast. So this would be the beginnings of maybe contracting that iliacus if it's a little bit strained. So I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to push into the leg, hold at like a safe contraction, like a safe max contraction, and then let go. And then we could repeat that several times, maybe only 2 or 3 by several. And we're looking at just getting a contraction there in that hip muscle that was strained a little bit. So this would be kind of initially how you would start that strengthening process. Then we would move on to something with a mini band, or if you just have like a long piece of band and you could tie it in a circle and just tie it off so it's a little loop. On the side might be the best way to show you this. But I'm going to put the mini band around my feet, or loop and tie the band and then put it around your feet so that we can push with one side and lift with the other. This piece of band that I have is really tight, so I might not be able to show the range of motion as best as it could be shown. But essentially, we are just going to straighten our legs with that band around our feet. We are going to keep pressing with our left leg that we're not necessarily working on right now, but doing both sides is always a good idea. And then we're going to bring this knee with the band around it towards our chest, to about the 90-degree position, or until you feel a comfortable contraction. So if you can't necessarily go very far in the beginning or as far, that's okay. Also, consider the strength of the band that you're using. This is way too strong. I should be able to bring it up quite a bit higher. So try to use a band that gives you the ability to utilize all of that range of motion and hold something that is even, the band could bring you, or you could bring the band up to about here and hold it there. And then hold for about 4 or 5 seconds, 3-4 seconds, and then slowly bring that back down to the ground, Kim. And repeat that, again, no specific numbers, because we're rehabbing and we're doing this to come back from an injury. Always start with just an amount of repetitions that feels like the area and the tissue has been worked. You probably only, feeling a bit of irritation is okay sometimes in these early stages. Feeling, like a 3, if we were to use a pain scale of like 10. 10 is like extreme pain, 0 is nothing. Being in a little bit of kind of an irritated state of like 2 to 4, 3 to 5 while we're doing some of these or after is okay. It's just important to kind of monitor, okay, I did some exercises, and then to monitor how you feel maybe the next day. It's like, after I did those exercises, do I feel a little bit better the next day, or do I feel like I can't really do any of the exercises anymore? Then we'd want to kind of modify where you want to be in that range where you should be able to do something. It's allowed to be a little bit irritating as long as we're kind of working the right tissue, but we shouldn't necessarily feel bad the day or 48 hours after necessarily. Also, again, Kim, I'll send you some additional resources, but if you have any specific questions about those couple that we just went over, please let me know. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.